And naturally, I'm a Tottenham man, obviously. I can reflect back to being a player with and manager of some of the finest players that have ever been in the game.
The place is fantastic, the tradition of this club.
To be the manager of 3 cup-winning teams here, I'm so lucky, it's untrue.
Hotspur America podcast, airing every week during the English Premier League season.
What a glory, glory night at White Hart Lane. This great and historic football club.
Joyful night down the Tottenham High Road.
Hotspur America, the original US-based podcast dedicated solely to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Gascoigne gonna have a crack? He is, you know. Oh, I say! Schoolboy's own stuff.
I hate Arsenal, just hate them.
Oh, what a goal! Unbelievable! Wow, this is incredible.
We're the Yids in America.
This is there to tap in.
What a fantastic run! He scored! And it's turned home, Eric Dyer!
This is your Hotspur America.
How drunk are you, Tim? Jesus.
I'm sipping on Community Beer Company Mosaic IPA, so I am not drunk, but I'm hoping to get there.
No.
Is Sammy
how
in
drunk? How drunk is Tim? Jesus. How drunk are you?
I'm not.
Oh, and your fucking dogs.
You can't talk, you're late.
You should have heard the music. You should have heard the music I was playing.
I've been here the whole time. I just, I think it was because it rang on my phone.
You couldn't get out your armchair?
No.
Could you get off the couch?
No.
Can you hear this music?
No, I just.
No, and probably thankfully for that.
You're not able to hear it right now?
No.
Meanwhile, back in football land, by the way, Tim is phased. He's half phased.
Oh, dear God.
His inhibitions are loose.
Hey, at least I showed up at the pub.
Are you,
Yes, you did.
We can bring the pub up in a heartbeat.
Let's talk about
Let's
it now.
go.
Yeah. 5 minutes from the pub. We're all an hour from the pub.
I'm still butthurt from last week.
What
Fuck
a
him.
letdown.
Well, what did I do to piss you off?
Not you.
Well, you
And me.
And you too.
I could have used a
Oh.
Oh, so you're just talking about me?
Yeah, I'm a ball of hate for you.
He's gonna go full jihad.
Hang on, let me bring in Jihadi John.
Hey, on a serious note, fellas, before we kick off, I'm sure you've all seen the news of what happened in San Antonio. So
Yeah.
we should
I have not.
26 people killed.
Oh, I didn't see
first
that.
Church.
mass shoot.
Church.
Fucking mental. This country's gone to shit.
Let's just talk about football. Let's just
Football.
go.
Yeah, let's just talk about Spurs.
Let's just talk about Spurs.
I'm going to talk about Arsenal, too, so that'll make you guys really
Fuck
happy.
that.
Love watching them flop around
You know,
like a dead fish.
This is worthy of discussion, Timothy.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you brought up.
Next week it's worthy of discussion.
I think a line should be
Hit
drawn.
the recorder-mometer.
It is.
Let's
A
go.
line. Yeah, let's just go.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
I hate you, Tim. I fucking hate you.
No, you don't.
This is gold. Start.
I don't like you anymore.
Season
You
4,
spurned
episode
me last
15 of the Hotspur America
You
podcast.
spurned me!
As always, brought to you by the Community Beer Company, the perfect pub pint to share with your mates.
Oi, oi.
All of mine are here. They're arguing in the background. Sam, Tim, Simon, they're all here. Everybody say hi.
Yeah, hi.
I hate you, Tim.
Say hi.
I love you, Tim, but I hate you.
Full jihad.
You're just mad because
You
you've
ditched
been
me last
sitting at home in your armchair with your litter, and I've been at the bar.
That our relationship is not in an advanced enough state that I can state factual comments about Eriksen's inability to make passes without you leaving me at a game.
You talk about old news. We just smashed Real Madrid. I'm in a good mood. Quit trying to pull me down.
No, I like the pull down.
And his Cowgirls won. And he didn't glass a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh, I almost did. Almost did.
Where were you watching it?
I was at the Pluckers in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
One of those fine American establishments.
What is your favorite Pluckers wing, Tim?
So I like to actually go a little rogue, and I double toss it in the buffalo medium and spicy ranch, extra wet, of course.
Sam was double tossing it on the.
So we can't bring up Arsenal, but it's okay to bring up wings.
Oh, I'm bringing up Arsenal.
Well, wings are amazing. You can always
Clunkers
bring
make
up
some
wings.
good wings. I think they make the best wings in the city. But we digress. We are about Tottenham Spurs.
Tottenham.
The Tottenham Spurs.
Have you been on the sauce, Sam?
What a clusterfuck this intro has been.
No, this is lovely.
A bit like our match today. A bit of a cluster that was. What are we doing? Where are we starting?
Let's start with Real Madrid because
that would be the rundown that was sent to you.
Yeah,
I'm looking now. I'm looking now.
So let's start with midweek because I know that Timmy is hot and heavy to talk about this match. 3-1 win at Wembley over Real Madrid in Champions League group play. And if you're a Spurs fan, unless you've been living under a rock, you know all about this match, everything that happened, and I'm pretty sure that everyone on the planet has watched it. Delhi marks the first time an offensive goal is scored against them. We beat them. We advance in the group stages, and oh, by the way, we lead the group. That includes also Borussia Dortmund and Apoel. As a side note, Tim, I'll start with you. This match, in the end, a lot of people said the match was defined by the fact that Pochettino out-strategized Zidane. You believe that?
I don't know. I don't think it's much to do with strategy. I think it's more the performance on the pitch. I mean, the players wanted it more. You could see throughout the entirety of the match that we just really cared about it way more than they did. Maybe people are going to say they're in a slump. Maybe they're not. Who gives a shit? I mean, we bossed the pitch. We controlled the match. You could put out – I don't really think it's down to tactics. I think it's down more so to team play, and whether that's, deploying the tactics better, who knows? But I think as a whole, we just played better than them. I mean, it's clear throughout the entirety of the game that we were the better squad.
Right. And Sam, when you look at what happened during the match, to Tim's point, we outplayed them. And it wasn't – we had those couple of 5 and 10 minute areas, maybe 2 or 3 of them, where Real Madrid put a lot of pressure on. They ended up getting a goal from one of those. Ramos had the shot in that mixer that hit Ronaldo in the leg, and it was that kind of action that kind of led us to believe, this might actually be our night. But for the most part, for 70 plus minutes of that match, we played them off the park, did we not?
Yeah, I thought we were the better team. I think Zidane said as much. I can't imagine anybody ever having few people get a result against a team like Madrid, and I'd have to think that the ones that did had a little bit of luck along the way. So, having fortuitous bounces and shots that, go off of Ramos's legs. I mean, I think you have to have those things. But yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic, Pochettino ethos inspired performance. I mean, it's the culmination of, almost 3 years of what he's all about, all wrapped up into one glorious European night.
Hey, were any of you guys concerned with the lineup at all when you saw it?
I wasn't. For Real Madrid, I was not.
I'll tell you, I was a little bit.
Why?
When I saw that it was Trippier instead of Aurier going up against Marcelo, I was concerned about that before the match, and I will eat an entire humble pie right now because Trips, I even texted you guys that that's what I was concerned about. And I was wrong because Trips was amazing this match, both offensively and defensively, more so in the first half than the second half. But he did very well handling Marcelo, and he took it to him. He had a lot of great crosses in there, the one for the first goal. But when I first saw that lineup, I was a little concerned. I'm not going to lie about it.
I kind of owe, I don't know that nor does he care, but I'm a bit embarrassed by a tweet that I made, I don't know, a few months ago, I think when the draw was announced, and I was like, oh my God, the sight of Kieran Trippier going up against the likes of Marcelo and Ronaldo. Yeah, and I'm a bit embarrassed by that, and I'm thrilled to be proven incredibly wrong and to be embarrassed about that. I think generally speaking, it's not a stretch to say Marcelo is the best left back in the world, certainly one of them, and Trippier, hided him. I mean, skinned him on a number of occasions and just flat out had the best of him. And I think the thing that really struck me is he never really looked intimidated and always felt that he had the support that he needed when he was going up against Ronaldo. I mean, what right back in the world feels comfortable against Ronaldo? But just struck me as that not only did he feel confident in his own ability, but I think he felt confident that he had support from center backs to his inside that were going to pick him up when needed. And I was thoroughly impressed with that.
Well, that's exactly the thing, is that on that side of the pitch, which is why I was so worried, is the three players he's going to be going up against throughout the game, the majority of the time, is going to be Ronaldo, Isco, and Marcelo. And, you put anybody up against those three, and you think they might struggle a little bit. But like you said, I mean, there wasn't any lack of confidence at all throughout the match. He was very steadfast and solid throughout the entirety of it, going up against the likes of those three.
Which, so it's so funny that you just mentioned that. I'm glad you brought that up. So my smarmy Arsenal supporting brother lives in Golders Green. We chatted yesterday, and he was trying to give me, comments that frankly were kind of backhanded about, us beating Madrid. And wow, couldn't have been a better time to face Madrid. And I'm thinking to myself, when is there ever a good time to face Madrid? I mean, think about what you just said. You've got the likes of Marcelo, Ronaldo, and Isco, right, on just one side of the pitch. So all this nonsense about, you got them at the best time and they're not playing. I'm like, they still have some of the best players in the world. Five to eight players in that lineup that would waltz into the best 11 that you could put together.
I get what people are saying about how, they're coming off of a very bad loss. Their form's dipping. If you look at it in a vacuum, you might be able to say that. But we just played them, less than 2 weeks ago. And we did the same thing. The only goal they were able to score against us was off of a penalty kick. So it's not like this was a one-off. This is 2 games in a row. We played quality both games. So I don't think you can look at it from that very limited, point of view. I think you have to look at both games in the entirety. And I mean, Chairs Kenny, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's not just this single game. It's 2 games we've played against Madrid, and we've been quality.
Right. And we talked last week about their win against, the loss against Girona. And this week they bounced back with a 3-0 win over Las Palmas. So, granted they're at home, and they're very good at home. But you're right. We got the draw there. We rattled them. We played strong defense, as we did on Wednesday night. So I don't think it's a blip with Madrid. No. If they have a blip, it's 1 or 2 games. It might be poor performance, but I think you've all hit the nail on the head that we were up for the game. And again, look at how we played recently. We played Liverpool off the park. We didn't do so well at United. Then we played Madrid off the park. We didn't do so well today. And so we seem to be up for these really big games against some of these opponents. And, United's definitely the blip for us, but we bounced back.
But not like we play bad there. I mean, it's not like we played a bad match at Old Trafford. Tough place to play.
Right, and United, let's face it, I mean, they were pony today, and they weren't so fucking hot last week either. So that's more just disappointing that we were able to not get anything out of the game against a team that flatters to deceive. So I don't think Madrid is going to have a struggle. And all this talk about Zidane and Poch is the heir apparent. I mean, just a bunch of journo nonsense. They'll be fine. They'll bounce back. I said to Ken at the pub today, if I could, and I asked him, I said, cast your future self to the end of, or the middle of May, to the Champions League final. And I know everyone says suddenly we're going to win the Champions League final, which obviously it's it's hilarious. So can you imagine if we did make it and we had to play Madrid? I'd have happily taken the loss the other night if that's what that crystal ball showed us.
Hey Simon, you're talking about the potential of winning. I'm not going to lie. The night after the win, I had a dream, and it ended up with Harry lifting a trophy with some big ears.
There were 2 trophies with big ears, right? One we call Prince Charles, and the other one is Prince Charles's elder.
Well, no, it was just Gareth Bale's severed head.
So Sam, August 24th. Trippier versus Ronaldo. Scenes. ...
Yeah,
That was
I'm embarrassed by that.